Mark Zuckerberg news is very big. I did not get a chance to comment on it. For those of you that missed the program yesterday or do not quite know the news, Mark Zuckerberg announced sweeping policy changes, saying they're getting rid of their fact-checking department, that this election was about more speech, not less speech, that they're changing their content moderation team to go from California to Texas. These are dramatic changes. And before I get into the details here, and I've had a chance to sit down with Mark Zuckerberg, I'm getting to know Mark Zuckerberg. People say, do you trust him or not? I said, I'm getting to know him. I found him to be very sincere when I sat down with him, but it's going to be a growing relationship over these years. That I appreciate basically Mark and the Facebook team, Joel Kaplan and everybody, who Joel I do know very well, to stand up to the government, to stand up to these regimes and say, no, we are going to protect freedom of speech. We're going to protect freedom of discourse. Let's play some pieces of tape here. This is cut 51.
Hey everyone. I want to talk about something important today because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms.
We got to give Elon so much credit. He took the risk and stood up for freedom of speech, and this is a movement now 3 years later. We are going to have the most open internet that we've had in a decade, and the trend was a more controlled, a censored and censored internet. We were going towards totalitarianism online, and Elon Musk bought Twitter, and because of his purchase of Twitter, President Trump was then able to win a triumphant landslide victory. And here we are, fast forward 3 years later, where you have Facebook sounding like Elon Musk. And in fact, Mark Zuckerberg went as far to say in his comments, X has it right. We want to follow more of the model of X. And Meta has made a lot of mistakes. And there has to be a lot of proof that they are ready to show that this is not just talk, but this is action. Real follow through. Accounts restored, no more fact-checking, no more suppression of political posts. You must trust, but verify. And I could tell you this last year. I mean, I said this to the Facebook team. I said this to Mark. TikTok was way more viral for us than Instagram this last year. It wasn't even close. Daisy and the team did a great job running Instagram, but TikTok was as hot as a pistol. I mean, TikTok was billions and billions and billions of views. And one of the reasons why is Facebook made a decision that they were going to dampen down all political content this year. That it wasn't going to be as easy for political content to go viral on Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg made his announcement, so sorry, never mind, we're going to go back. And that's a good thing that you're going back. These should not be political actors. And there does need to be some proof that the atonement for the $400 million given to Joe Biden to get him elected in 2020, that you gotta get over that. But I can say this is phenomenal development. Phenomenal. Mark Zuckerberg is reading the room, and the trend is our friend. We should welcome that. By the way, some people are saying, oh, you know, I don't trust him. I'm not asking you to trust him. You should welcome when people come in your direction. That is key. You should not be bitter or walled off where you say, oh, you weren't with me when. It's a different thing of having people in your inner circle versus saying he's in control of the biggest platform on the planet. He's saying something we agree with. He's doing things allegedly that we agree with. He wants to fight regime censorship around the world. That I applaud. And as somebody who has 4 million followers on Instagram and a couple million followers on Facebook, I can tell you that a free and open Facebook and Meta is very, very good for the cause of America first and liberty and the cause that we care about on this program.